What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's fresh. This is the Moon Runners. All right, y'all. So today we're here to talk about Supra. Once again, you guys, here goes the phone number information to connect with me, 972-348-0103. Again, 972-348-0103. As fresh as the Moon Runners, you guys, make sure y'all get locked into the Patreon. There goes the link. This link that you're looking at on the screen is pinned as the first comment beneath all of my videos. So go in the comment section, click that link, you guys, get started with the Patreon. And today, there's been a lot of people on X talking about Supra versus BNB. And it started to I'm like, what are they doing, man? You know what I mean? Like, why do they keep trying to compare this to BNB? In today's video, we're really just to break down what Supra is versus BNB or Binance, which is this is a centralized exchange. You know what I mean? This is the biggest exchange in the world, Binance, and their cryptocurrency is BNB. Okay. So what is the difference, right? Between Supra and Binance or BNB, BNB being the crypto, Binance being the company. So I really want to break that down today. And we're going to give you guys some information. Now, you're going to be hit with a lot of information. So take the nuggets and leave the rest. Anything that is kind of confusing to y'all, because I'm going to be hitting y'all with a lot of information. They're using words like consensus, which I don't even fully understand consensus, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I know enough about interoperability. I know enough about cryptocurrency. And when they talk about throughput is simply the speed of transfer, right? How fast is the transaction happening? That's throughput. But you're going to be hit with a lot of information today. Make sure you guys take the jewels, take the nuggets, and leave the rest, right? And just continue to learn over time. Don't try to learn all of this stuff overnight, all right? So let's get involved. Let's get into it with this video, and then we'll keep moving forward.
Supra is designed to be a multi-VM platform. VM is for virtual machine. So right now we are running the Move language. The Sui and Aptos is the Move language. We are big fans of Move. So this is already launched right now. EVM, Ethereum smart contracts will be able to deploy in Supra in a matter of months right now, at least in testnet. After testnet, it'll go to mainnet. So Ethereum applications can run on Supra and take advantage of our speed and performance and native services like price sheet oracles, cross-chain communication, etc. And then maybe 6 to 8 months after that, Solana VM, Solana SGM applications can deploy on Supra. So basically, we're program agnostic. We will let developers from many ecosystems deploy on Supra. The benefit being is that they will have these native services that you don't have elsewhere. And we also have very fast finality, and we can handle a lot of throughput.
So I don't think a lot of people fully understand what he just said, right? This is something that's not out there relatively relatively available in the blockchain world and ecosystems. So this is powerful because they're going to allow other blockchains to be able to deploy on Supra. I just thought Supra was a layer one, and now I realize that Supra, you guys, is a hybrid layer zero, layer one. And then I have up here, and then I'll see if I can find it, and I'll go back down. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it because I think it was on a different X page. But they were basically saying that when all of these different blockchains meet each other, that is what Super is, right? It's a layer zero. It's also like a Solana and I don't know if it was ETH all in one. It showed right here. Here we go. It's Solana. So anybody knows Solana. Solana is one of the fastest blockchains, right? Plus Chainlink, which is an oracle. That's what Super is. Super is an oracle. So it's fast. It's interoperable. It's a layer zero, which allows uh, other L1s or layer ones to be built on top of it. That is what Super is, you guys. This is super powerful, man. Like I said, I know I'm hitting y'all with a lot of information, but if you have to, go back and watch this video again and come and start learning and breaking these things down piece by piece. And then that's how you will find your conviction with Supra, not financial advice. Make sure you guys do your own due diligence. But let's go back to another video. Like I said, I'll be hitting y'all with a lot of information today. And it's just because people really need to get their heads wrapped around, excuse me, you guys, what Supra is, how powerful it is, and what it's here to do to transform you guys. This is decentralization. You know what I mean? Like the reason why, what people want to know, Supra versus, and before I get into this, Supra versus like a BNB, why the difference, right? What people are comparing it. I'm not comparing it. I'm saying that these are two different animals. I'm saying that BNB served its purpose, it's old technology. Yes, people are going to use it because they're familiar with it, but this is total decentralization, you guys. The I'm having the hopes for the fact that we won't have so much KYC, which is know your customer. That's giving your information to the centralizations. A centralized exchange is no different than the banking cartels. What is the difference? You know what I mean? Like they have all your information. They know all the transactions that you're doing. They can shut down your account just like they can shut down a bank account. This is why we want decentralization. So when people want to talk about why people would want to get off a bite, why do you want to continue to stay under the control of the same cartels in just a different form, just a different suit? Why don't you want your own freedom? That's why Super, you guys, total freedom. We want decentralization because that gives power back to us. All right, so let's get back into it. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving. All right.
Capability with this capability. Clear one is a smart contract, great. Smart contract with Oracle, even better. Automation with smart contract and Oracle. Now that you have Autify, right? And now you have cross-chain communication there. Now you have cross-chain automation, right? Synergistic. They actually work together. And you can't do this the way we do this when you have a modular component here, a Web 2, layer 3 there, a third committee there, and there are different servers for that. It's going to cost more, it's less secure, and it's more expensive. It's slower.
You hear what he said. It's less secure and it's slower, you guys. And you're spending more money. If all see, they just took all of these things, all these different things that he talked about, and they put them in one. Let me run it back real quick so I can give you some more put more of a laser, put more of an eye on what he just said.
Now you have cross-chain automation, right? Synergistic. They actually work together. And you can't do this the way we do this when you have a modular component here, a Web 2, layer 3 there, a third committee there, and there are different servers for that. It's going to cost more, it's less secure, and it's more expensive. It's slower. So our kind of thesis is full vertical integration, synergistic value creation. And yes, it's harder to do, but it's going to be so obvious that this is like the most powerful thing you can do in Web3. I'm confident about that. Like everyone's going to want to do what we're doing.
As we are shipping so many things in parallel, there's this concept called combinatorics, where you can, if you have this experience and knowledge in many different areas, you can use what's called combinatorics to take those different ideas in these different areas and combine them in very unique and interesting ways. And actually, that's how innovation happens, because a lot of ideas are not new; they're just combined together. It's just like it's almost like it's like evolution, right? Where you kind of like things evolve and they morph and they kind of, they converge. And so, for example, like we have, we're launching a perpdex, and we also have Threshold AI Oracle, and we have automation, cross-chain communication. Like we've been thinking in the last week, well, these prediction markets are getting hot, right? Of course, Polymarket's big, Kalshi, and there's a lot of like buzz about prediction markets. What if you had a prediction market that had, the ability to have leverage? So you kind of have a prediction market plus like a perpetual DEX plus, AI oracles. Like, wow, that's kind of like one idea or one way you can see combinatorics in action. So once we have the experience of working on these many different things, studying many different areas, we can kind of like, that's actually how innovation, I think that's a breeding ground for innovation.
All right, you guys. So you're starting to see how these things are coming together. And one other thing I really wanted to touch on, the CEO, which is this guy. This is his X, this is his Twitter. So he went on to say how we do not need CZ, who is the original founder, CEO of, he's now stepped down and let another guy step in, but CZ was the original for Binance, right? Asian guy. So, right? We do not need decentralized exchanges, right? When the future is DEX, decentralized exchanges, right? We don't need or want Binance, because everybody's saying, well, when is Supra going to get listed on Binance? He like, listen, if y'all worried about us getting listed on Binance, you don't understand what this is. So let's jump off. Let me make sure I got everything covered. Binance is useless soon. Binance is useless soon. People don't understand that. And this is the bridge itself, right? This is the bridge page right now. We're on test net, the main net right now. So it says cross-chain transfers back to Ethereum, right, are estimated to be enabled mid-October. So for people who don't know, when they launch new products, they do test net phase, right? So where they have different programmers, or it could be anybody, they using the bridge or using whatever products they're launching, and they'll put it in the test net phase. So that way we can get all the bugs out, and then they'll go to mainnet. And they're saying that that could happen as early as October. Anybody who knows in crypto, deadlines are crazy. People could say October and it could go all the way until January. It could go until spring next year. So take that with a grain of salt. Or they get to saying it's going to launch in October. If it doesn't happen, don't get, for new people, don't get frustrated. All right. So Supernova Bridge is what this is, right? So I'm on a page just explaining what this Supernova is. And you guys can go right now to testnet.supranova.ai. And I would tell you to make sure when you're looking this up, you go to a main Supernova website. So that way you get the proper link. All right. Please don't go to just anything and get the clicking, because I want to make sure you guys are not going to something that's going to steal your crypto. Again, please make sure that you're getting and checking and double, triple check to make sure you guys are getting the accurate website. So that way you're not getting something that's going to steal your cryptocurrency. All right. Okay. So Supernova Bridge, what is it? All right. Supernova is a cross-chain communication framework developed by Supra. It enables the transfer of assets and messages across blockchains by integrating multiple bridge technology under a unified architecture. Unified. All right. So they're taking all these things, what he said, and they're putting them into one. That's what he explained in one of those videos the first video I showed. Unified architecture. Supernova does not represent a single bridge protocol, and instead it supports two different bridging technologies based on use cases. And this is where things can, once I get to reading all of this, it can just boggle your mind down. But you guys can go on and read the rest of this, you guys, because like I said, source chains, consensus, layers, and different. This is nerd language, you guys, nerd language. So if you can break it down in the layman's terms, if you can simplify it for your own brain, but right here, the Hyperloop, fast, multiple signature, right? Base game, theoretically secure bridge designed for source chains for which Supernova style trustless bridging is not applicable or feasible or result in high latency layer two chains, right? So this gives fast throughput, fast transaction speeds, security, things of that nature. But I really wanted to break down what Supernova is. Supranova, Supra, not supernova, Supranova. Really wanted to break down what this was, give you guys some context. I could go on and on about this. I'm definitely going to speak about this again. And what I wanted to say, you guys, in closing, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Make sure you guys feel free to reach out to me. Again, the phone number is 972-348-0103. This link that you're looking at will be below this video you're watching right now, or as well as all of my other super videos in the comment section. Go leave a comment for me. Let me know what y'all think about Supra, and no, we're not done with this video right now. Listen, this right here is what we want. In context and in closing, why do we want Supernova? Is because this is decentralization, y'all. This gives the power back to the people. We can take ETH, we can move it into some Supra, we can get some gains. And whenever you choose to take your profits, you choose to do so. With me, I'm holding this for the long haul, you guys. I'm holding this for the long haul. Like, I want to be collecting this, and I'm going to want to be leaving this. This is going to be for me, what's the word I'm looking for, you guys? Generational. Supra as a cryptocurrency, as an asset, is going to be generational, you guys. So that is what that's what we doing, man. You know what I mean? That's what we doing, and that's what we got going on. Current price right now, 0.20307. I think we still have room for some downside. Like I said, what did we do? We came through, right? We had a high back, went short term all time high, not an all time high, but a short term high, 0.005. We broke through that floor. We had some sell offs, you guys. We came up, we touched this level right now. So we're almost at the level again where we're going to see another rejection. If we see a rejection, we're going to come back down to this level and we could see some previous all-time lows. Like I said, not financial advice. There's no guarantees in crypto. We don't know what's going to happen, but this is what I'm looking at as far as the chart right now. And let's see if we can zoom in some more. Just see if we can get some more. Yeah, you guys see we came up already. We touched that area of resistance, right? Which was previously support. We came back up. We rejected off of this level multiple times. So we should see some more downside and we could come all the way back down into this area. And I'm hoping that we go down to previous lows. If not, you guys, we're going to get some consolidation and keep moving sideways along this level right here, which is 0.003 in this area right now. I'm not going to keep y'all much longer, y'all. That being said, it's fresh. This is the Moon Runners, man. Yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna be covering this coin some more, man. I'm loving it. Let's go.